sound on. And transition. And hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right. How are you this evening?
Doing all right. Don't have anything super fun and exciting to share. I don't think. So, do you have anything fun and interesting you want to share? Chip Sounder says, "Hey, hey, Chip Sounder."
No, I don't really have anything to share, so.
All right. Then that makes it Sudoku time. Just get right into it. So, first puzzle for today is going to be Check Outsider Sudoku. It is in the chat. This Check Outsider Sudoku by Jan von Bruska. Hopefully that is close to being correct. Normal Sudoku rules apply. A digit outside the grid must appear on the diagonal indicated by the arrow at least as many times as it is shown. Alright, so we would see 2 5s on this diagonal, 1 2 on this diagonal, if my understanding is correct. We need a 5 6 7 here, and a 2 3 here.
Box 7 has a 3 6. Box 9 has a 1 2.
And 4. Oh, wait, the 4 is on the whole diagonal.
Yeah.
Well, the 7 that has to be along this diagonal can't be in boxes 6 or 8, because there's already a 7 in box 6 and 8 because of this one here. So the 7 has to be one of these two, and then the 2 is going to be one of these two because there's already a 2 in box 9.
Also, box 7 has a 2 8.
Nine, 5 set this. Okay. The 5 could be neither of those two. It could still be here.
But the 6 7, that's the third one down on the left-hand side, it can't have a 6 in box 7.
Yeah.
It can't have a 7 in box 8.
It could be the 7 in box 8.
Oh, yeah, because it could be that one. Never mind.
Oh, I missed this 4 5 8 here. One has to be one of these two. What else is in boxes 9 and
3 6
3?
7 9.
3 6 7 9. And 7 isn't either of these two. And then 1
1 4
4 8
8
9.
9. Yeah.
Well, the 2's here line up to give us a 2 here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nothing's missing from column 7. Okay, the 5 from the 4 5 can't be in those two. So it has to be in these two. inboxes 2 or 4.
Oh, box 1 has a 4-6. And the 6s form an X-wing with box 7.
Aha! So the 6 along this diagonal can't be here, and can't be here. So that's a 6. 3 and 6, 4 and 6. 6 and 4 is gone. 6, and that was apparently a 9. Okay, so the 7 can be any of those 3. But the 7's here,
Form an
now
X-wing.
X-wing. We get 7's as one of those 2.
And since you can't, the 7 in box 7 can't go there. It's got to go up there in box 4.
And now this one is done. One, 4, 5, and 9. Seven, 6, and 9 are all gone.
Okay, the 5 that's along the top, the last one that's above column 9. Okay, it can't go in box 4. Yeah.
4 and 2, and then it's just not aligned in box 3.
Yeah. Oh, boxes 1 and 4. 5s form an X-wing. The across the top, the 4, 5, that's the third one over. 4 can't go, and it can't go at the end in column 1 because there's
Because of the, for the
yeah,
exact same reason, it couldn't be in either of those 2.
right.
3, 6 here is done. 2, 8 is done. 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. 11, 5, 6, 7, and 2, 3. 4, 6. 1, 9 is more or less done. would just be over here.
Right-hand side, the 1 5 that's third down. 5. The reason that one can't be a 5.
I don't think so. Not yet, at least.
Okay.
Oh, well, this one, the 5 here, that's not a 5, that's not a 5. Because of this 5, we
Oh,
rule out
right.
those. Because the 5 here from the 5, 5, we rule out this one, and this one. And then the 5, 6, 7 here, rule out those two. So now those are a 5, which line up with these. So now we get 5s here. So now the 5 is ruled out of this one. So that's a 5
Okay.
and a 7. And then that makes the 1, 5 more or less done.
Boxes 2 and 3 have a 1 X-wing.
2, 3.
And that one places the one in box 7.
5 is more or less done. That 5, 5 is more or less done. This 5 is more or less done. Oh, the 2, 7 here. Where can I place 2? Because of this X-Wing. Can't be those positions.
Right.
2 isn't a 3. So this has to be a 2. 1, 2. 1.
Box 3, yeah.
Set 7 is done. 2 here is done. 4, 5 pair places 8, 4.
The 4 that's to the right of row 9.
Those 2 aren't 4. These 3 can't be 4.
Column 5
9.
has a 4 in it.
9 here. Be that one. Or that one. But it can be anything else. About the 2. Either of those 2. Or this one. Do that. 3, 5. No, 5 is out of those and those. So one of those 2 has to be a 5, which takes it out of this one.
Green was 4. And on the black diagonal, 4s can't be 9s.
Yep. Now it is at least as many, so if we get extra
Right.
ones, it's not a huge deal. Not that I think that there are many places where we can get extra ones. Or extras in our numbers. 4, 9, 2. Six, 5, and 1. This was not 4. 1 and no, that's 1. That's the 9. So this one
3, 5, and 8.
9. 5. So that is
Okay. Now the 3, 5 diagonal from the left, the second one down. The 3 has to go in box 4.
which makes this more or less done. Three, 9. But the 9 can't go here because the 9 has to be one of those two. Five, 6, 3, 8. None of these are 9, which sort of implies that this has to be. 3 and 6. 1, 4, 9, 5. 8. 2, 7. Okay, 2. So 2 is one of these two, which gives us our 2 done, more or less. 1 and 9. 2 and 4. 8. 2, 7, 8. Or you can put a 2 here, here, 7 here, here, 8 here. And what's left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, the 8, 9 pair. The 2, 7 pair. 9, 6, 5, 7, 4. 1, 7, 8, 3. 2, 8 pairs is going to give us a 3 and a 1.
Row 5.
5. One of these two is a 9. This sees both, so it's a 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. This is a pretty good puzzle. That's Germany. It's not here. Alright. Second puzzle today is E is for prime. Chat, if you'd like to give it a go. P is for prime by chaos is inevitable. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Adjacent digits on the red line differ by at least 5. The amount of times a number is shown on the red line must be a prime number. Digits cannot repeat in a cage, and a cage either contains only prime numbers or contains no prime numbers, but sums to a prime number. Either one of these rules is true for any cage, never both. For example, 2 and 5 in a 2 cage is not possible since the numbers are prime and it sums to a prime. In this puzzle, 1 counts as prime. Well, that's not how prime numbers work. So, it is 1 or a prime. Okay, I'm not understanding the cage rules, though. Digits cannot repeat in a cage. Okay, the cage either contains only prime numbers or contains no prime numbers but sums to a prime number. Either one of these rules is true for any cage but never both. For example, 2 and 5 in a 2 cage is not possible since the numbers are prime and it sums to a prime. So that means it either is prime, only prime digits, or the sum of the digits is a prime number, but without any prime digits in the sum. I think.
Right.
Struggling
and
a little bit.
1 counts as prime in this puzzle, you could never have 7 as the sum of a two digit of a 2-cell cage.
Right. Well,
they can't sum to 5 either. Or 6. Or 3.
counts 5.
Well, I guess 3 would have to be 1 and 2, since 1 is being counted as prime in this puzzle, so okay. Well, no, because it sums to prime.
Yeah.
So 3 doesn't work. What can we have? Okay, because 1 and 3, 1 is being called prime. So that would sum to 4. That would fit the rules. Okay, 4 would work.
So 2-cell cage. So 3 would be 1, 2, but that doesn't work. 4 is 1, 3. 5 would be 1, 4, but that includes a prime. And 2, 3 includes a prime. And 5, because 5 is prime.
Right.
So 6. You can't do 1 and 5, because 1 would have to pair with a prime. And 2 and 4, 2 would have to pair with a prime. So 6 isn't allowed. 7, 1, 6,
Well,
2,
wait a minute.
5.
1 and they're calling 1 a prime in this one. So 1 and 5 summing to 6 would work.
Oh, right.
Because of,
Because they're only primes. And only 1 in primes, and they sum to a non-prime, a composite number. 7's not allowed, but you can get 1, 8. 2, 6 wouldn't be allowed, but 3, 5 would be. 9 is composite, so it must be all primes. So 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, and 4, 5. So 2, 7 would be an option. 10 is composite, so that would be 1, 9. No, 9 is composite, silly me. 2, 8 won't work, 3, 7. are both prime, and 4, 6 are both composite. 11, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, and 5, 6 are all... Well, wait, it has to be composite numbers. So I can't use 1, 2, 3. 4 paired with 7 would be a prime. 5 is prime. 6 paired with 5, and now I've crossed the middle line. So 12 needs to be only primes. So 3, 9 won't work. And 4, 8 would work. 13 is prime, so I need to use only composites. 4, 9. 5 is prime. 6, but 7 is prime. Okay, so there's lots of options.
Yeah.
I
was looking at column 3.
Yeah.
4 and 6 have to be the two ends, discounting the 5. So it's either 1s and 9s around them, so. Which leaves 2, 3, 7, 8.
This could be a 3. You get 8 and 9. But this couldn't be a 3, because those would have to be a 7, 8.
Right.
So this couldn't be a 7, because those would have to be... And 8, or excuse me, 3 is 7, and 2 is 8. Make those work.
Well, in the cage up there at the top, 1 would have to pair with a prime.
Yeah. So if 1 pairs with a prime, that would be
3 or 7, or 2.
2, 3, 5, 7. Now, it can't be a 5 because it's Sudoku. 1 and 2 sum to 3, which is prime, which isn't allowed. 1 and 3 sum to 4, and 1 and 7 sum to 8. Now, 9 would have to pair with another composite number to become prime.
A prime.
So 8 would be 17. 6 would be
15, and therefore not allowed.
Okay. 4 would be 13, and 2 would be 11, but 2 is prime. So those are our only options there. Now, if it was a 9, I couldn't pair it with an 8. It would have to pair with a 4, and a 1 couldn't pair with a 3.
Okay, 7
but then
would
you
have
can't
to
use
go
a
to
4.
2. Right,
So it would have to be 1, 2. So it's 1, 7, 2, 8, 3, 9, 4, 9. Can't be a pair of 9s. Those could be a pair of 9s. A pair of 1s. colors. Okay.
All right, wait a minute. The amount of times a number is shown on the red line must be a prime number.
Right now they're all prime. Excuse me, primer 1. It needs to be 1, 6, 5, 7, and 2. If it's a 3, it would have to pair with another prime number, which it can't. Because it has to be 1, 2, 5, or 7.
Right.
So 3 is not an option.
And it's going to have a 9 because 4 and 8 is 12, but it has to sum to. So one of those two has to be 9. That makes the 8, 9, and 8.
So this is not.
It's 4, 9.
Now we have 2 8s, which is allowed. We could even have a third 8. 5, 6, 1, 4, and 9. It could be 2, 3, or 7. It just can't be 8, because 8 is composite.
But 2, 7 is 9. Oh, no, because it has to sum to.
It
Not
cannot
a
be
prime.
prime. So
it can't be 2, 3.
So it has to have 7. So let's take a look at these two. 2, 7, 8. 3, 9, and 4. Well, we mark primes. One, 3, 5. 1, 2, 5, and 7. And if the bottom is even, the top has to be odd. So it would have to be 8, 9. And if they're prime, they have to sum to composite.
Okay, so 2 on the bottom doesn't work because 1 and 2 is 3, which is prime. 2 and 3 is 5, which is prime, and 2 and 5 is 7, which is prime. So 2 doesn't work on the bottom.
1 and 5 is 6, and 1 and 7 is 8. And 1 and 3 is 4, so you can use 1 with anything. 3 with 5 is 8, and 7 is 10, so you can use 3 with anything. 5 with 1 and 3 is fine. It's just 5 and 7, which makes 12. Although, they have to be all odds, which is going to make an even number, which means they all work.
Right.
But 2 and 1 makes 3, 2 and 5 makes 7. It's just 2 and 7 that could go together, but because both 2 and 7 are in this one, you can't put 2 and 7 together.
Right.
Three and 5 and 7, so it has to be only 2, 7. It's the only combination that works with a 2. Can't have an 8 on top. Has to be prime, and it has to be a prime that's not 2, so it has to be an odd and an even if they're composite numbers. And the only composite number is a 9. The only odd composite number from 1 through 9 is a 9. So a 9 would be required if it's composite digits. So it couldn't be 9, 6. It would have to be 9, 3, 9, 4 for 13 or 9, 8 for 17. Which are both prime. So this one has to be primes then, because the only composite digits that I have access to are 4, 6, 8, and 9. And if they're composite, they must sum to a prime, and I cannot get prime with 2 evens, unless I get 2, which I cannot add 2 even numbers and get 2. And so since 9 is not allowed, this must be primes, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and then this one isn't a 2, but because I can use 2 and 7 here, I can still use a 2. Although, if this is not 7, then those would be composite. Four, 6, 8, and 9 are the only 4 composite digits. And 4 and 6 is 10, 8 and 9 is 17, so I get 27. 27 is composite. So this actually has to be prime, all primes.
Okay.
So this is a 7. So 3 and 4 are out. This is a 1 now. And then 7s. I have 3 7s. 2 9s, 3 1s.
Okay, you cannot have a fourth 7. So in box 3, that 7 or 9
You see a
is a
9.
9. How many 9s do we have on the red line?
3. So we cannot have a fourth one. And there are 2 8s. We can have 3 8s. So that makes this 3. And we have 2 3s, which is fine. Two 2s and 3 1s. So either these are both 1s, which is not allowed.
Well, there's a third one down there, too. There's one in
right.
box 8.
So it could be a 3. I could have 2 1s.
Well, in fact, we know we have to have one more 1.
Yeah,
because
that's a
column
1 and
A,
a 2.
and
So
that
that's our
puts us at
fourth
4
one.
1s. So that
So
has
this
to be a
has to
1
be
at the
5.
end.
Cool. So 3 is not an option. 4, 6, 8, 9. Since 9's not an option, you cannot use all evens. So 1, 2, 5, and 7. Three, 5, and 7 is 15, which is composite, which would be allowed, except I would break this one. So this actually has to be all composite digits. 4, 6, 8, 9. Which means I have to get to prime, and I cannot do that if I exclude a 9. So a 9 is required. That way I get an odd set of digits. 5 and 3 makes 8. 7 and anything.
Oh, we know the 4 cage in box 6 has to all be prime.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. So 7's gone, and this one is 5. And so these are all 4, 6, 8, 9. Where these two cannot be 8, and this isn't an 8, so that is, and that's a 9 because neither of these are. And this cannot be 4, 6 because 19 is prime, so 8 is 1.
Well, and that 4 cage in it has to have 3 and 5 in it. 8,
Yeah.
that's 15.
5 has to be one of those, so this is 5. And it has to be composite, so it has either 1 or 2 as well.
Right,
And you
but
said
if
that was 15?
Right. So it can't be the
16 and
2, that would be
18.
17.
Oh, right. 8 and 4 is 12, and 9 is 21, and then 6 would make it 23. I think 23 is prime, isn't it? 21 is definitely not prime. So
23,
17.
I think, is prime, yeah.
Yeah, so this has to be a 6. So for the same reason, that has to be a 6. 3 and 6. No 3s, so no 2s.
Column 6 needs a 4.
On 3 pairs, 3 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 2 aren't 4. This one's not 4, so that isn't a 7. Neither is this one because of the 3, 7 in box 2. Excuse me, box 1 in row 2. Then 2, 5, so then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 and 8.
Column 7 needs 6 and 9. And that's a 6 X-Wing with the box beside it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Apparently these aren't 2 or 7. These 2 can't be 4 or 6. 2 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 6. One place for 6 here. 4 and 5. 1, 3, 9. These 3 are 3. So that is 2. 3, 1, 9, 2, 6, 5. Now it's 8. So these 2. 2, 3, so that means 1, 2, 5, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 8. 2, 2, 5.
Box 7, you've skipped over the 1, 2, 7 in the middle there multiple times
I just see it.
instead of making it the 2.
1, 4, 5, 7. 4, 5 pair makes this one a 2. Two and 1 don't work together, so that's 7. That's 1. That's 3. 1, 3, 7. 3, 1, 5, and 1, 4 and 7, 4 and 5, 4, 6, 5, 6. Yeah. Germany. Edit. Is one of these days I'll actually get, proper sleep. Sum of all cages. What? 13. I'm just gonna calculator this. 9 plus 4 plus 3 plus 7 plus 1 plus 7 plus 3 plus 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 6 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 plus 2 plus 7 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3. I think I got that correct. First try. Alright. Average? You gotta know your numbers. But otherwise, it's kind of straightforward. Yeah, I don't remember anything being super tricky in the puzzle, just knowing your numbers.
Oh, yeah.
So, submit rating. That's not the button I want. Paste. Backface. Paste. Turn. Alright. Next puzzle is going to be a bit of a stretch. Bit of a stretch. Colon space. And I don't want an emoji, I want a link. There we go. Go away, emojis. No, I don't want emojis. First try. Alright. A bit of a stretch by GDC. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in equal distance from the circled center of the zipper line sum to the central digit. That's it. Well, that means a 9 has to go here. So you can't put a 9 on these, as long as this actually is odd and it's the central digit. Which means this has to be
less than 9.
Yeah.
Well, and in box 8, since you can't put a 9 on the purple line, 9 is to the right. So box 5, 9 is in the center column. Box 4, 9 is in the center column. Box 7, 9 is on the left.
It's more complicated down here.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to include the bulbs. It's like this. over here.
Yeah, it's too messy over there, so.
I have to have a minimum of 5 different digits. And these 4...
Well, it's going to be put 8 then in the... No, never mind. That's
This has
not
to be a
right.
minimum of 6. Can't be 9. Because you could do 1 through 5, and this one and that one pairs of 3. Now this one, because of the pairs, can't use a 6. But I could do 1, 5, and 1, 5 in reverse, and then 2, 4. So never mind on that. So this one, I mean, it's minimum 10. Or, excuse me, 5, which is a pair of... The pair of 5s is 10.
Like all the bulbs are minimum 5.
Yeah. Because 4 and 3 are 1, 2, and those have 3 options that would collide. Well, if this is maximum 8, then I can't put an 8 on here.
Right. And that's the same with
That's
the
true
others.
here. So where can I put 8 in this box? Well, it's not here, and it's not either of those two, and it can't be there. So that's an 8. So that's not.
So now you can't put a 7 on there either.
Correct, but I could still put a 7 here. Because I put an 8 over here.
Yeah. All right, well, look at box 7. You can't put an 8 on the purple line because 8's the max that it can be, and you can't put, yeah. And in column 5, you can't put 8 on any of those purple lines.
So this isn't an 8. And now that can't be the 7 either.
Right.
7, 8, 9. A 6. Pair of 3s. 1, 2, 4, 5. So this is a 6, making this a 7, making that a 1. And so where do I put a 7? 7's going to have to go on here. It's a 7, so 7, 8, 9 is gone. 1 pairs with 6. 1 pairs with 6. And then 3 pairs with 4.
You mean 1 pairs with 5? Oh, that's a 7. Never mind.
And if I said 1, I meant 3. 3 here pairs with 4 here. 7.
Well, for some reason I was seeing 6 as the center. It's like, well, no. 1 pairs with 5 for 6. That's not how that works.
Can I still do a 5 here? I don't think so, because the 1s would be gone. But that would be 2, 3, 4 on this side. Which would still be allowed, I think.
No, it would not. Look at the top of the column.
Oh, right. And that would make those both 5.
Yeah.
And let's say I wanted to make it 6. Then 1's pairing with 5s. 2, 4, and 5 would make both
It
of those
doesn't work.
3s.
Column
So
3?
This is an 8. Same in column 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4 would make both of those 5s. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Because these two pair together, those two pair together, those two pair together, none of them can be 4s. So 1's pairs with 6, 1's in column 5 pairs with the 7's in column 3, 6's in column 3 pair with the 2's in column 5, the 6 and the 1.
And the 8 in box 2
has to be over here.
So that's now a 9 in the center.
And 8. And neither of those. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's any of the digits.
Well, row 4.
1, 2.
Row 4 needs 1, 2, 4, 5. And it can't, the 1, 2 has to be in box 5, yeah.
2 pair with 5. And you said 4, 5 over here?
Uh-huh.
So that means 4 and 5 can't be on any of these. Oh, and the 4 has to be here.
6.
So 1, 2, 3, 6.
Uh-huh.
Except I could still do a 7 or an 8 over here.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about
that.
Well,
I couldn't put an 8, but I can put a 7 and a 2.
Yeah, I forgot about the reversing them.
Seven, 1, 2, 3, and 8, 9. These two cannot be a 1, 2 pair, so this one is 1 or 2. These two can't be the 1, 2 pair, because over here, these two have to sum to 6, which requires a 1, 4, or 2. So if those were both of them, then 4 and 5 sums to 9, not 6. Unless we're an upside down. I don't think we are. Okay. These two cannot be 4 and 5 because then those would be 1, 2. So this one can't have a 6 in it. And so now, one of these being 1, 2, that being 4, 5, pairs with all of those, and this is 1, 2, 4, and 5 missing, as well as 3.
Well, where does 6 go in row 5? It could be on the purple line, though. Yeah.
So put 3 here. I just can't put it here. So that can't be a 6. One of them is 1 and 2. And the other is 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's not a 9. I can't use an 8 because it would pair with a 1 on the other side. So this is 1, 2, 6, 7. This one cannot be a 6 because this one cannot be a 3. So this one is either 2, 7, or 8. This is 7, 8. Or 3, 2.
Column 3. Those are 7. That's a 7, 8, 9 triple. And pairing that with the column 2 in box 4, it's 7, 8, 9 in column 1 in box 7.
Well, if I have to have a 3 as one of these, then I have to have a 5 as one of those, which means this
That's
is
a 3. 3 pairs with 4 on the 7 zipper.
Two, 7, 8 means I can't use a 6. 1, 2, 7. It's a 7 out. Actually, I need the 6 here. 7's one of these two, so 8 and 7, 9.
3 and 8.
9, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 2, 8, 6, 4, 9, 5, 6, and 7, so 1, 2, 8. So If this was a 5, then these would be 1 and 4, because they couldn't be 2 and 3. So that would be 6 and 2, 9 and 8, which is fine. Oh, 4 has to be one of these two.
So
And
it
so
can't
if it
be
has
8.
to be, yeah.
This number can't be 8.
So then it would be 1, 4, 2, 4, or 5.
And 8 can be placed in row 1.
Okay, well these would be 2, 3, or 1, 5, or lots of things if it ended up being a 9.
Well, 3 has to go in that row.
It does,
Because
but it
there's a
doesn't have
3 in
to
rows
be,
1 and 3.
yeah, it doesn't have to be on the sub.
In box 9, right, 9 has to be one of the 3 there. 8 is either the bulb, yeah, one of those 3.
Chip Sounder says things that work got a bit silly. Is the things that work that got silly something you want to go into more detail about, Chip, or just wanted to?
A lot of things about work can be silly.
Yeah.
All right, if box 9, if the bulb is a 5, that means 6, 7, 8, 9 have to go outside.
Yeah. And apparently that one's a 7.
Okay, so it can work.
This 7 would make that 9. So this would be 6. So you'd have 5 and 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 pair with 7 and 2 with
Oh,
6.
but then where do 1 and 2 go in row 9?
Aha. So that's a 5 1. So if these were, well, can this be a 1-2 block?
Then 1, 2 would have to be the first. That would have to be 3.
And you have 7, 6, 2, 3, 2, and 1.
Well, no, you've got 2 3s in the.
Yeah. That would make this a 7, so you'd have to have 8. So these two, neither can be 6, and neither can be 2. You can't use 4s.
Well, and neither one of those could be 1 either. 1 and 2 have to be in row 9.
So then that takes out 3 and 5. This one can't be 1 or 2. So this one is 6 or 7. And then the 6 here means that's not 6. So this isn't 2. So that 1, 1. Go like that. 3 and 8. 7 and 1. We have 1 and 7 along this here. Isn't really an issue. This would have to be the 7 because I couldn't pair it with a 2. And it'd have to be 1 and 8, which is just fine. Alright, well now things are getting quite silly. If this is 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Neither can be 6, so neither can be 1. If this is a 7, then this is a 5, which would pair with a 3. So 3 and 4 would be gone.
Well, and that 5, yeah, the 5 on the top there next to the 7 would be gone too because of the.
Alright, 5 pairs with 2. This feels like too many numbers.
It is. It's just making it messy.
How else can we do this? Ones are pretty empty. Twos, threes. They have full fours. Five, six. Sevens. Eights. Nines. Okay, well, if this was a 5, you'd have to have 1 4.
Right.
So this would be 2, this would be 6, this would be 9.
And that would become a 1-5 pair. That would be
So
6.
this would be 6 and 5. And we have 2 3.
2 3.
3 and 2. It is 8 and 2. 6, 7, 8, 9. This one would be 6, 9.
Well, the center
one,
digit would be 7 or 9.
Yeah. 6, 8. Can we go farther than that? I think so. 7, 8 is 7, 8 would be 3 and 8. So 5 would be 4 and 5. But that's not breaking anything. A 6 would be 2 and 4. And we'd have our 1 5 pair here. So that would be 6 and 2. 8 2. This would have to be 1 and 5. 3, 7, 8, 9. None of these are 3, so this one is not a 9. But if that's 7, 8, 9, that's broken.
Yeah.
This isn't a 6, so this isn't a 2. So now we have to have 5.
Well, now that places the 2 in row 1.
Does.
And that puts 2.
Too heavy.
1, 2, 3 triple in column 3. Places a 5 in box 4.
I had that for a while, so I don't know why I'm over here sort of blanking on it. That was 1, 2, 3, so that had to be 4, 5, so that had implications there. And now we do get 5, 4, 5, 3, and 2, 8, and 2. No worries, Chip.
And the 8-2 resolves the 9 zipper in box 6.
8
2 pairs with
1 and 7.
No. Reverse
7
those.
and 1. 8.
Yeah.
9. Not 9s. 7, 4, 1, 7, 9. Those two, those two, those two. I knew I was going to make a mistake on those eventually.
Okay.
3, 5, 9, 6, 4, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, triple, takes 3 out. 5, 6 is gone. 7, 8, and 9. Places 4 and 5. 3. 1 and 2. 5, 6,
1,
7.
2 pair in row 7 or row 8.
3. 9 and 3. Take that out because I'm not sure what that means. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 6, 3. A 4 paired with a 2 makes 6, so this must be a 5 paired with a 2 to make 7. 1 paired with 6, 4, 7, 6, 2, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, 7. 8, 7, 8, and a 9. There we go. That was my brain not working properly, I think. Because of the 1, 2, 3 right here, which 4 and 5, I should have done stuff up here.
Yeah.
Solve things much more quickly. 8. Average, I would say. There wasn't anything particularly.
Yeah, just us not seeing what.
Yeah. Yeah. Not seeing that for a long time.
What was right in front of us.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to do complicated logic up here that we probably didn't need to do because of the 1, 2 pair right there, which would have had implications on those. There were a few other tricky bits. The 7, 8, 9s here, getting this proven to be a 6 took a little bit of thinking. Yeah. I think average is what I'm going to go with. Most people are saying easy, so I'm in the right ballpark. Paste. And do I want to do one more or not? Feeling a little fuzzy, but we've got 30 minutes. I don't know. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right.
Let's do it. Last puzzle today is going to be divide and conquer by lithium ion paste. No, that was both. There we go. First try. Get the link in the chat. Alright. Divide and conquer by lithium ion. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Orthogonally adjacent cells are not allowed to contain consecutive digits. The only digits that can be placed on a yellow divisor line have to be divisors of the maximum digit on the line. For example, if the maximum digit on a yellow divisor line is 8, 1 is only allowed to place, so the solver is only allowed to place the digits 1, 2, 4, and 8 on this line. Digits on a yellow divisor line may repeat if allowed by other groups. Alright. Well, there are 4 digits here. So what can the maximum be? Nine only has 1, 3, and 9. 8 has 1, 2, 4, and 8. You can't do 7, 5, or 3. Well, no. 3 couldn't be the maximum.
Well, 6 would have 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Now, 4 can't be the maximum, but it could be, so it's either 6 or 8.
Right. They're 1, 2, 3, 6, or 1, 2, 4, 8.
Yeah.
But 1 and 2 have to be on there.
Yeah. And that's going to be the same here. And here. But these ones can have repeats. Yellow is hard to see for some reason.
Okay, in rows 7 or 8 and 9, they're from box 7 to 8. That little shorty 2. It can't have 1 or 2 on it.
It could have 1 or 2 here. But this one couldn't be.
Oh, right. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah, but it could be 3 and 1, unfortunately.
But the little 3, the 3 one above it, the top 2 on the left cannot be 1 or 2. Although the bottom one can.
Yeah. But that means it can't use 7.
Or 5.
Yeah. The 7 and 5 are locked out of the yellow lines entirely, I think. Unless it's 2 cells.
Yeah.
Or you can have lots of repetition in a 1.
Yeah. Oh, and
Or
1
will
and
be
2
once.
cannot go next to each other.
Oh, right. So we'll go like this or like that.
So look at column 2.
Or it could be the two ends. But we know one of these two is a 1, 2. And we know that one of these two is a 1, 2. So you can't have 1 or 2 here. How could I use a 3?
Right.
Which means I can't make 6. Or 8. 4, 8, and 3, 6, so that's a 9. Should just be a 9.
That'll have to be a
9
9
can't be
again.
adjacent to an 8.
Yep.
3 and
Box.
6 are gone.
Yeah, it has to be.
8 and 4. Okay, yeah. 3 and 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, it cannot be 1 or 2. This one cannot be 3, 6, or 9. And because, well, those could be the same digit.
Yes, but the bottom one can't be a 1. So the top can't be 5 or 7.
But the
Oh,
bottom
yeah,
could
it
be
could be
5
the
or
same
7.
digit.
Yeah.
Got it.
I don't know if painting 1 and 2 is necessary. But this is 5 or
Column
7.
2 needs,
So
yeah.
And so this can't be 6. So that's 3, 6, 1, 2. 4 is gone now. And that is a 9. 6 and 9 and 3 is gone.
And 2 is gone from the yellow line in box. Yeah.
Five, 7, 8, and 4. Can't have 5 or 7 next to a 6. You can't have an 8 next to a 9.
But, yeah.
So now 4 isn't 5 or 7, and 5 and 7 aren't part of 8. So now those two are the same. Well, 4, 8 would make both of those 2, so I made a mistake somewhere.
Uh-oh. Back it up. Or start again.
So if I used a 9 as the biggest digit, that would be 1, 3, 9, and I wouldn't have enough. If I used 8 as the largest digit, 1, 2, 4, and 8. So 8's a possibility for the max. If I used 6, it would be 1, 2, and 3. However, 1, 2, and 3, because the 1 and the 2 would be like this, then the 2 would be next to the 3. So I cannot use 6. We skipped 7, but 7 is prime. It's only 1 and 7. And 5, again, also prime, 1 and 5. And 4 would be 1, 2, 4. And I wouldn't have enough. So this must be 8. 1, 2, 4, and 8. And the same is true here for the exact same reason. Because the only logic I used was that all 4 of these were in the same box. So 1, 2, 4, 8 means that these 1, 2, 4, and 8. Now,
5, 7, and 9 don't work for the same reasons they didn't work in the other 2 4s.
So it has to be 6 with a 1, 2 pair. So then what's left over in this column? 1, 2, 4, 8, 3, 6. Probably the fact that these could be prime 5, 7, or 9 going down.
Yep. That's probably where it came from.
Okay, well this we know cannot be 1 or 2. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one is not 3 or 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If this was a 4, it would have to go into 4, 7, or 9. So it's not a 4. And if this was an 8, it would either go into 9, or it would have to have 7 or 5 to be a divisor. So it's not 8. 2 doesn't go into 5, 7, or 9. 4 doesn't go into 5, 7, or 9. 8 doesn't go into 5, 7, or 9. 6 won't go into 5, 7, or 9 either. So that's 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9.
Okay. Look at box 1, the yellow line that goes into box 2. How could either one of those be 5 or 7?
Because these
In
have to
box
be
1.
3
In
different
box 1.
digits.
Right. But in box 1, how could either of those be 5 or 7?
Yeah. Well, I think because these have to be 3 different digits.
Right. It's going to have to be 9.
Yeah. So we cannot use 5 because it would only be 5 and 1, and the same with 7. It could only be 1 and 7.
9 only has 1, 3, and 9.
So I could do 1, 3, 9 with the 9 here and a 3 here.
Yeah.
And a 3 there. So it'd be 3, 9, and 1, 9.
Basically, we have left 1, 2, 3, 6, 9.
9 would be 3, 9, and 1, 3, 9. It would end up being a 5, 7 pair. That would have to be 6. Can't have adjacent digits next to each other.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 6 for the box 2. If we were to use 1, 2, 3, 6. Where would you place a 3?
I wouldn't need to. So it'd just be 1, 2, 6 over here.
Yeah.
Or 1, 3, 6. Or 1, 2, 3. Where this was a 1, 3 pair and a 2 there. 6 and 3.
Yeah.
This is a 6. That's a 9. If this is a 3. It has no impact. This was a 6. That would be a 9. This would have to be 4 or 8. Mm-hmm. Do I need to look at this one? Or this one more?
Well,
If this was a 3, 6 pair, what would that mean? Well, one thing we can say for certain, because if there is a 6 on it, 6 has to be the maximum. And if there's a 9 on it, 9 has to be the maximum. You cannot pair 6 and 9 together.
right.
So
3 has to be on there.
That's not a 3. That's not a 3. We don't have 3 here. So now 3 has to be one of those, one of those, one of those.
All right. 6. Oh, no, never mind. It can
These
be there.
two are the same, regardless.
Right.
So this is different.
That means red in column 1 is 5, 7, or 9. So look where the 6s are in boxes 1 and 7.
So this can't be a 6 anymore.
Right. And so 6 has to be
But where's blue in this box?
yeah.
It could be any of those.
Okay, box 1, column 3. If the top No, that would only work if the bottom of the 2 is 6. Because that would have to be 9. But if it's 3, then it could be 5, 7, or 9.
Yeah. If this was, let's say this was blue, what does that mean for this line? If this is 5 or 7, then this would have to also be 5 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be 1, and then this would be 1 or 5 or 7. If this was a 6, you get 1, 2, 3, or 6 here. If this was a 6, if this was 6, these two would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 6. But this would be 3, 9, and so you would have 1, 3, and 9 here. 1, 3, and 9 means this is not 1 or 3, so then we'd have to have 2 and 6. Like that. So that's allowed. If this is 9, then we have 3, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 6. And 1, 3, 9.
Which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 2,
And since this
5,
wouldn't be
never mind,
9,
that's 5 digits.
1, 2, 3, 6, would force a 9 here. So I think this one is that one, regardless. Because if this is a 9, that ends up being a 9. If this is a 6, 1, 3, 9 means this has to be a 2, 6 pair.
And the 2
Since
can't
that's
fit.
6.
Yeah.
And if it's 5 or
be
7, so 5, 6, 7, 9. And then this is 1 or 2. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3. Does this have to be 1, 2, 3? Because a 9 would be 1, 3, or 9. That ends up being a 9. You get 1, 2, 3, 6. Yes. And this would be 1, 5, 7, and 2, 3, 6, 9. If this is 1, that's 2. And then this couldn't be 1 or 2. So that would be 1 and that would be 2. Then you have 4 or 8. 4 or 8. 4 and 8 alone aren't enough to organize things. And then this being this way isn't enough to know which way this one goes. Because I could go 2 and 1 like this and still do that. I'm trying to decide if there's enough information here that, like, these two. If this was 1 or 2, then that could be a 3. But that could be 1 or 2. So those could both be 4 or 8. And they could actually be the same digit. In fact, we know that these two are those two. These two are those two. So these two have to work. 1, 2, and 4, 8. So now 3 doesn't go to 4 and 8. 5 and 7 don't. 9 doesn't work, neither does 6. So now green has to be one of these two. So now this one has to be green. is a bit annoying.
Well, okay. Look at the yellow in row 1. It sees all of red, green, and purple. Well, but purple has 6 on it too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it can't have 9, but it can have 6. Never mind, I was saying instead of the blue.
Yeah, the problem is any of those could be blue, because blue could be 9.
Right.
And then those two don't have to be the same. If this was an 8, those would both be 5s. Which would make this 1 or 5. If this was a 4, you would take off 3 and 5 and leave 1, 7, or 9. Mm-hmm. What am I missing? Can I think about this one? Well, it cannot be one of the primes. So it could be 9, because I can have a repeat. It could be 8. It cannot be 7. It could be 6. It cannot be 5. Because I have to have at least 3 different digits. So it could be 4 as the maximum as well. I don't know what to do with it. There's this one. Problem digits cannot be why 3 and 6 there.
in box 8, 5 and 7
Yeah.
have to. That's one of them. The other one has to be in one of the blanks.
You can't put 5 and 7 here or here. If this was a 4-8 pair, that would be a 1, giving us a 5-7 pair, making that 4 or 8.
Okay. Red in box 7. Red cannot be 9. Because if red is 9, below it is 4. Because you can't have consecutive next to it. That would be 4. To the left of the 4 would be a 6. Because you can't put 3 next to the 6. Which would make blue 9 also.
Okay.
So red is not 9. So then follow that yellow line of red. That can't be 3 or 9. It's 1, 5, or 7.
So this one can't be 6. If this is 4, that's 7, 6, 9, 3, 1, 2. This was a 4. This would be 7, 7, 6, 3, 1, 2, 9, then you put a 5, 8 pair. Well, you can't put the 8 next to the 9.
Yeah, green would be 5.
Six, 9. Can't have a 6 next to a 7. 1, 2, 4, 8. Can't have 8 next to 7, 4 next to 5. 8. 8 next to 7, 4 next to 5. 4 next to 5. But that can still be a 1.
Okay, the 1, 4 for orange at the bottom of column 3 makes that the 2 and 8.
2, 8. 2, 8. Doesn't seem to get us far enough.
No.
Although these two would have to be a 5-7 pair, so this would actually be 7 and 5. And 5 would take out 6 and 9. 7. 7 is an option.
It's already after 10.
Yeah, it's 10 after 10. This was 8. That's 5. Is that a 5? Seven or 9 there. 7 or 9 there. The 8s would be over here and over here, so they wouldn't even interact. If these two are different, then that means this one is that one. We get the 5, 7, 9 like this. And 1. 5, 7 there. Which means if these are different, that has to be 9.
Right, if end of the yellow line, the 157 in box 8. That's 1. Then the 1, 2 is resolved in box 7. Also
6, 3.
and the 6 makes blue 9.
We have the 5, 7 pair, so this would have to be 4, 8. And this would be 5 or 7. Which. How did I get
I don't know.
letters? There's red in this box. It can't be there, and it can't be there, and it can't be there, because purple isn't red. It can't be here, because it can't be 5 or 7. So if this is red, that's red. And we'd have to put red here. But red has to be one of these two anyway. Green is in this region as well. If this was green, then you'd have to have 5, 7, or 9 here.
Right. Well,
They'd never be there.
well, if that's not working in my head.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Whatever these are, if this was 3, 6, then this would be 1, 2, 3. This would be 1, 3. This would be 1, 2, 3, 6. And if this is 3, 9, then this would be 1, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 9.
No, you can't push 2 with 9. It would have to be
But,
1, 3, 9. Oh,
but
right, that would be 2.
Yeah. 1, 3, 9, and 2. Regardless, these form a quad, which include 1, 2, and 3. So this has to go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we know we don't have, so the 4 and the 8 are not placed. I guess it's not that important. I just know that 1, 2, and 3 can't go in any of the other places. Okay, if I were to place 6 over here, I cannot place it on the top. Because, no, those would be 1, 2, 3. Except I would have to use a 2. If I did a 6, then this would be 1, 2, 3. But then this couldn't be a 2. So this would be 1, 3. So I'd have to use a 2, which could not pair with 1 and 3. So that would break. So this is not a 6. So now if this is a 6, that's a 9. Okay, so now if I have 1, 3, 9, that would be a 2. Pair of 6s. So if this is a 6, then this is a 9. Otherwise, this is a 3, 9, and because it would go 1, 3, 9, and a 2, that would have to be a 6. Because I couldn't put a 1 here. So these aren't 5, 7. So that's 3, 6, 9. Green is now no longer 9, and blue must be 9. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 4, 5, 8. Or this isn't 5 or 7. 4 and 8 are too far apart. Six and 9 are too far apart. 8 no longer have 5 or 7 on here. if this was a 9, then this is a 9. Otherwise, if this is a 3, that's a 3. So these two are the same. If I have 1, 3, 9, then I'd have to put a 1 as one of those two. Now that it's not this. Otherwise, if this is a 6, that has to be a 3. Then we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, this wouldn't have, because I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 6, which I'd have to put a 6 as one of those two. But this could be 1, 2, or 3. And then this would be 1 or 3. But I have to have 6 and 1 of 1 or 2. Because that is a 3, and 3 could be one of those two. But this couldn't be a 6. So those two aren't the same. Because if I go 3 and 6, then I have 1, 2, 3, and 6 as options. And then these would be a pair of 9s. You'd have 1, 3, and 9. Now, this one couldn't be a 6.
No, if 3 is at the top, you can't put 3 on the top there. Yeah, one of them has to be 6. Yeah.
So that would be 1, 2, or 3. So that could be 3. But if this was a 6, then you have 4 or 8. Which pairs with that 4 or 8, and you have a 5, 7 pair.
And 8 can't go next to 9.
Right. 8, 8. 4 can't be next to 5. 7. This is 1 or 5. Okay. And that was if I started with 6. If I make these 3, 9, I'll do 6, 6, and 2. 1, 3, 9. Where this one's 3 or 9. Well,
can't be next to 5 or 7, so that's a 4, 8 pair.
4, 8. Oh, because one of these two is 6. This couldn't be 5 or 7 regardless. And now this can't be 6. Because this is...
Right,
if
because
this is 6...
next to, right.
Yeah, because one of these two has to be 6. And so if those two are 6, then that would be 5 or 7. Okay, so that's 9, that's 9. That's not a 2. That's a 6, that's a 3.
4 and 8's resolved.
4 and 8.
4 can't be next to 5.
7 and 5. 4 and 8.
2 can't be next to 3. Row 1. column 3, 8 can't be next to 9.
Right. 8.
Oh, column 4, down at the bottom.
8. 8. 7. 5, 7 pair. 7. Now what? Six, 4, 9. And we can't have an 8, because 8 has to be one of those two. So yeah, it's 1, 2,
It's
3.
going to go at the top of box 3 along with 9.
Yeah. 5, 7, 3, and 8. Can't have a 9 here. 4, 9, 7, and 5.
5.
Right.
Had a miss.
Yeah. 4, 7, 8. This one isn't a 9. I can't place a 5 on it. This is 5 or 7, so this can't be a 6. Where's 5 in this box? Well, it can't be here, and it can't be there, or those two, and that one can't be 5. So 5's one of those two. This isn't 5.
9 in box 8.
Be there or there, and it can't be either of those two, so it's one of these two, so we get 1, 3, and 9.
Yeah.
And since it has to be 1, 3, 9, means this is a 2. And this is a 5. Take out red and green. 7, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Five
6.
or 4 can't. 5, rather.
4 and 6, so that's a 7. 4, 6 pair takes that out.
Well, in box 7, 4 can't be next to 5.
8, 7, 4, not 8, not a 4. So these two can't be 1 and 2. This can't be 8. So that's 8 and 4. 4 is gone. And I think I can get rid of all my colors now. 1 and 2 aren't things I need to worry about.
Box 7.
1, 3 pair.
3 can't be 4.
So 6 and 3. 1 and 2. 9 and not 9. 2s. 1s. 2, 1. Not 1. The 1, 3 pair takes the 1 out of that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes the 8.
And it can't be 6 because of the
Right.
yellow, yeah.
So that's 6, that's 1, that's 3, that's 2. Those aren't 1s. They're now 3, 6, 9. So 1, 7, and 4. You can't put 4 next to 5.
Um,
2 can't be next to 3.
6 can't be next to 7, that same square you just.
So 9, 2, 3, 8, 3, 6, 2, 8, 1, 4, 9, 6, 7, 1, 4. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 9.
9.
2, 3,
5, 7.
7.
6.
Can't be a 3,
Oh,
can't
look.
be a 6.
Looks like roping.
Oh yeah, 1, 6, 8, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 9, 5, 7, 9, 3, 8, 2, 4, 6, and then 7, 1, 4, 6, 9, 3.
Yellow line.
Well, 9 can't pair with 2 and 4, so that's a 9. And that's a 1.
And 4 can't pair with.
Right. 2 and 4 can't be next to 3. 6, 3 is a 3. 8 can't be next to 7.
4 can't be next. Yeah.
Okay. That took longer than it should have.
Unfortunately, I'm already showered and have lunch. Everything ready to go tomorrow. So.
That's good.
Oops. Actually, knocked my microphone.
I didn't even hear it, so. Doesn't look like Divide and Conquer is over here, so just save this one in. It looks like this. Cut. Alright, with that is all the things for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube engagement stuff. Next time will be tomorrow for Sudoku, and next week on Monday and Wednesday, as long as my events for next week stay the same. With that, I'm going to sign off. So, I will see you next time.